Yes, sir! It is Q&A time! Ain't gonna waste no time, play that intro. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, DonB, and we are back for another video. This week's video is a Q&A video, as you can tell by the title, so yes! But so on Instagram, I actually was looking for some video ideas to kind of like see what people wanted from the channel, and I got so many like great ideas and so many questions about everything that I decided to just turn everything into a big Q&A video because there's so much there's so many responses. So really thank you guys for making me get to the point to where I can be able to do this type of video, because it's kind of hard if you just do it with like one question. So thank you for everyone for being so active and taking a big part of my life and my YouTube like little takeoff period. So yeah, we're gonna waste no time. We're just gonna get straight into it. This video will be super relaxed. It's unscripted because I haven't fully read all the questions, and we're gonna see where this goes. So first up, how do I pronounce your name? Kian. I'm so sorry, Kian, if you're watching this, and I literally looked at your username and it says Kian, and I was just like, yeah, I can't pronounce that, so I'm sorry. Kian asked me, when did you start dancing? So, I started dancing my senior year of high school as a hobby, and I started taking it more seriously my freshman year of college. So now I'd say it's been about 5 years? It's been about 5 years now, so I've been dancing for the past 5 years. I got started into dancing through K-pop. I did a lot of K-pop dancing. My friend actually, who's in a K-pop dance team, he asked me to try my best to learn this one dance and see who could learn it better, and we both looked pretty bad, but it was fun. And then because of that, like because of the learning experience, like it ended up making me like, oh, like I love dancing, like I love this feeling that I can do. And so ever since then, I've been trying to learn more K-pop dances. My freshman year of college, I joined like a K-pop dance team, and I also joined like a regular college collegiate team. So, ooh, sorry. From there, I just kind of kept going. So, yeah, I started dancing about 5 years ago. Gracie asked, what's one thing quarantine has taught you? One thing that quarantine has taught me was how to... Ooh, that's a tough question there! It's taught me to appreciate and think about myself more. Because in quarantine, you know, we are isolated. We have to be, not on our own necessarily, but we're stuck inside. And like, normally when we're outside, we don't even think about all the daily struggles we have to go through, all the things we have to deal with, all the stuff that either makes us happy or sad, whatever. And so being... My dog was barking. You know what, start this question over. So the one thing quarantine has taught me was that it's taught me how to take care of myself in terms of mentally and emotionally. It's taught me how to like self-care more, because again, we're stuck inside, how I said earlier, and it's hard to like distract yourself from the things that affect you, whether in a positive or negative way. And so quarantine has definitely taught me how to like try, like at least attempt to self-care for myself and more, and it's taught me things I like and things I don't like. So that's one thing quarantine has taught me. The second thing, it definitely taught, like this entire quarantine, I felt like it brought out the true nature of people's personalities and their intentions, at least in my life. So this quarantine definitely taught me like who in my life is here to stay and who in my life is not here for a long time. Yeah, there's a saying that like, so, you know, some friends are here for a short time, not a long time, and that's perfectly okay. Some friends are meant to be here to get you started, to put you on a path, and then they're not meant to see you at the end of that path, and that's perfectly fine. Like, yeah, it sucks because, you know, we all don't want to lose that person we've grown close to, but to them, like, they don't see it that way, and sometimes, like, you have to make cuts in your life to help push yourself forward and to help find new friends and family, and to help, like, put more positivity in your life. And so I think quarantine, that's the biggest thing, is that it's just taught me that, like, there's going to be some people that aren't around for a long time, and that's okay. And it's just taught me who is in my life is here to stay, and I have a close, tight-knit family that I know is definitely here to stay. So I appreciate quarantine for showing me that side of my life. Alright, next question. Kian again asked, no, actually, in order. Sorry, Kian. I'm gonna get to you later. Gracie again asked, what is the best advice you've ever received as a dancer, student, and person overall? Hitting the first point, as a dancer, the best advice I ever received is like, don't say that you get nervous, say that you get excited. My friend told me that nervousness and excitement have the same feeling, but one is more negative and one is positive. And he's like, if you say you're excited, you will go out there on stage and you will kill whatever dance that you're out there trying to do. And so whenever I'm about to perform on stage, instead of saying I get nervous, I always tell myself I'm really excited, because that shows that I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try my hardest. And am I going to mess up? Probably, but I'm going to do amazing, and I'm going to do it because it makes me happy. As a student, the best advice I ever received is that someone told me, my close friend actually, we're still very close, she told me that like everyone has their own timeline and everyone has their own path, and so that's what makes us all different and unique. So as a student, I feel like that's really important, because we get so caught up in comparing ourselves that like, oh, this person graduated, or I'm this age and I'm still in school. And I feel like it's so important to like tell yourself that like we all have our different paths and we all have our own journeys and everything through our lives, and everything is different in terms of our careers as well. So it's always going to be different from person to person. So I think that advice has really kept me motivated and pushing forward to just knocking this last year out. Best advice I received as a person. As a person, I would say the best advice I received, I would say it's to show kindness to others even when they don't show kindness to you. I learned that in church through my TASM community. It's really just like they say like, even though someone isn't showing kindness to you, you want to show them kindness, so that way they know what that feels like, so that way they can find kindness or they can find God on their own. And I feel like that's the best advice that ever hit me as a person, because there's always going to be people in our lives that aren't going to listen to us, that don't want to talk to us, that anything, like they're going to react negatively towards us. And I feel like treating them with kindness, even if we're not giving that, shows them what that feels like. It might persuade them to show kindness back to someone else. And yeah, so that one was pretty short answer, but oof, that's what I think. I think my battery's gonna die soon, so we're gonna hope for the best right now. How was your experience attending Loyola? My video can't get taken down because I'm trashing Loyola, right? and honestly, I love Loyola in terms of like it's given me like a lot of experiences I probably wouldn't have elsewhere. Like if I didn't join Loyola, I don't know how I would have started dancing. I wouldn't know how I met the people I met. I found like my church or the close friends I have and my best friend that I have. Like I feel like Loyola, in terms of experience, like in terms of like memories and like the things it's given me, like I'm really grateful for that, and I think those are the biggest things that count, and I love those experiences. And like I've got to do so many social things and try out so many different things that I finally know who I am, now being 22 and now like knowing what I like and what I want to do with my life for the most part. In terms of like academically, I hated it. Nothing wrong with it at all, but teachers, the professors there really don't care. They really don't care about the students. They really don't care about the education system. You might have a couple here and there, like my game studies professor, she was amazing. My ethics professor was also amazing, but majority of people there treat you talk to you like you only have that class, like you don't have anything else. You don't have a job to pay for the apartment you have or to pay for the expensive college that Loyola is to attend. Like they act like you have nothing else outside of just their class, and they're the most not understanding people I've ever met in my life. And I honestly wonder if that's like a requirement you need to become a professor at Loyola. Like that's how bad it is. Moving on. Daisel asked, how do you come up with choreo or a day in the life kind of thing? So a day in the life video watch will be on the way. Not next week, probably the week afterwards. I gotta plan some things out because I already have next week's video planned, but keep in tune for that. In terms of how I come up with choreo, I normally find a song I really like, and it sounds like it's weird, it's hard to explain like my choreo process, but I don't choreograph doing the movement. Like I'll find a song I really like, and then for me to choreograph, I have to envision it on a group of people. I can't just envision it on myself because I can never see myself doing my own choreo for whatever reason. I like to see a bigger picture, and that helps me actually put my choreography together. So I'll like find a song, I'll listen to it a lot, I'll think of a big picture I want to hit as like if I were to put it on a team or something, And then from there I start breaking it down, being like, okay, so what are the in-between movements and how can I make that look good on just a solo person? And then I just think of everything all in my head, and I think of moves that I like, and then I start tweaking it once I start putting it on my body to see what's actually possible and what's actually like and what I want to like feel good. So I think of everything mentally, and then once I'm ready to put it on my body, that's when I start tweaking things, and then I actually work backwards. I normally work from the chorus or the big moments, and then I start doing the little mini sections like the beginning, the end, things like that. That's my choreo process. Let's see, ask, how did I get into dancing and then dancing? Anna asked, dance covers, Q&As, got you. Mixes, weird and unique stuff. I don't know, you know what I mean. In terms of dance covers, I guess like this is not really a question here. My favorite dance cover I ever did was Me by CLC. I did it for Create. That's probably my favorite. I just felt, I don't know why, that dance just felt super empowering, and I just loved the song. The part I did, she's great. Love her. Never met her, obviously, but I just vibed with that dance so hard in the song. I was like, oh, yeah. So I love that. My friend Jean asked boxing match featuring Jean Lee. Yeah, we can have that. We can have that. Just hit my DMs, and then we can schedule that out. And yeah, okay, cool. Moving on. Kian asked again, another question. How do you balance school, campus, orgs, dancing, and etc.? You want to write out a schedule, physically write it out so you can see it, not just throw it in your phone. Write it out. But when you have practices, when you have to meet with these student orgs, and when you have time for yourself, look at the amount of free time you have, and if you don't have free time that you think that you can either rest, do homework, take a nap, you want to give yourself at least 3 to 4 hours of free time in terms if you're doing dance and student orgs. And if you don't have that on a lot of days, then you need to take something out. You need to make sure that you're giving yourself enough time for yourself, just physically, mentally, and then socially as well. You don't want to just hermit out when you're not doing student or campus orgs or dancing, because yes, those are being social, but give yourself time to go out with friends and eat or something like that. So in terms of how to balance school, campus, and everything like that, you want to start out really light, start off what you can. So obviously start out with homework, campus orgs, yeah. See how much you can handle. If you're already maybe struggle busing with 2 campus orgs, take one out, and then you know that's your limit. Yeah, so start off light, start off with just the main category of things you want to try to dip your toe into. See what you can handle with there, and then once you start feeling comfortable, then add on another thing that you really want to try. Let's say you have 1 campus org and you have 5 classes. Add on dance practice. See how you're handling that. See how that affects not you yourself mentally, and how it affects your schoolwork. If nothing's really changing and you feel really happy and you feel even happier from it, then you're good. Then you can either leave it there or try to add on one more thing. And then if you start feeling overwhelmed and too stressed, then take that one thing out, and then there's your balance. Yeah, you kind of want to weigh the scale a bit. Keep putting on more and more until you feel you're doing almost too much, or until you feel like you have no time for yourself, and then start removing, and then find that balance. Yeah, sometimes you have to overdo it to find out where you want to keep it at. Yeah, underdoing it, you'll never know the things you're missing out on, if that makes sense. Hope that helped. This is the last question. My friend Irene asked, dance stories / journey. Kind of already explained that, but I guess what I could talk about, in terms of where I am now, I feel like I've succeeded in dance. That sounds weird. People are gonna watch this and be like, bro, relax your ego. But not like that. But in terms of I've succeeded my personal goals in dance. I've made my own company. I've joined a dance company. I joined several. I joined, technically we call it the Big 3 in Chicago. I've danced with BTS, backup dancer for BTS. I've choreographed for other teams and had that performed on stage. I've choreographed for big workshops full of 60 plus people. I teach a lot now, and that was a big goal of mine. And I feel like personally for me, I'm done. If I could fully just flat out retire from dance, I would. I really would. But now I think I'm at the point to where I'm retiring in terms of doing dance for myself. I want to really dance for others. My main goal now is to continue to teach, and yeah, performances are fun. I'm going to constantly still try to do all the performances I can, but now I'm going to slowly start taking more of a step back with each year that comes on, and start putting out myself and start putting my faith and trust more in other people and putting myself onto others, and kind of just teaching them how to be a leader, how to how to inspire other people. Like I teach kids. I want to continue to teach the younger generation and inspire the next generation of dancers and creative artists, whether that's dancing, singing, music, whatever. And I want to continue to trust my team and trust my directors and give them more responsibilities than even I have, so that way like I can fully just push everything that I've learned, everything I've done out on them, so that way they can grow and be successful, and then they can do that to other people. So I think in terms of my dance journey now, I'm like resting now actually. So yeah, I think that's basically it. That's the last question. So I'm not gonna make this video too long. I'm not gonna prolong anything or this outro. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for submitting the questions, and I hope you guys got answers you really did enjoy. Please like, comment below if I missed anything or you have any more questions. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications, so that way you guys know when I upload my next video. I'll see you back in next week's video. I'll just see you back next week. And I'm really awkward in these intros. This one was going smoothly until I just screwed it up. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy DonB. I'm a peace out. I'll catch y'all in the next week. Bye.